Alright, I apologize in advance. Put your earmuffs on, your kids. There might be some adult language in this rant. Hi there, Coach Sage of SageRunning.com here with a rant. I got my Avery IPA beer, and I'm on a rant. And again, personal disclaimer, bias. Obviously, I'm very biased in these opinion. This is my opinion on doping in the sport of mountain ultra trail running. Let me turn off this air conditioner in a hotel room here in Auburn, California. Off. It's broken. Anyway. So this has been bothering me. It's a problem near and dear to my heart. And granted, there's a lot of real world problems out there that are a lot more pressing. It's kind of a minor inconvenience, but something I want to get off my chest because in my profession, mountain running, distance running is a way to make a living for me right now in my career. And it's very important, near and dear to my heart in terms of financial perspective, but also just in terms of keeping the sport clean, I guess, so to speak. And I don't mean to preach too much here, but imagine, I know a lot of people don't come at it from that angle because maybe you're not competing for prize money or rankings or even care about that. Most people don't care about that kind of thing. But it would be like if someone stole from you at work. That's the kind of the angle, I guess, I'm coming in towards it. And it's something that's been on my mind more recently because I've been part of this program, which I think is really good. It's called Quartz, Quartz, Project Quartz, run by ITRA, ITRA, a lot of acronyms here. That's the International Trail Running Association, and they have a great webpage, great index ranking of runners worldwide in the sport of mountain ultra trail running, sky running, all these disciplines, and I think it's a great website, great system, great resource. It's more popular over in Europe, it seems to be. But they've let me know through their program and through a lot of top-ranked athletes, at least on their system, that I could be part of this voluntary program to help promote a clean sport. And part of the program is that they email you and they say, hey, you need to take a blood test now. You have, a certain time to take a blood test at your local lab, wherever you are. You let them know kind of where you're going. And you could submit the results online and have it be public. And so I'm like, this is great. I have nothing to hide. I've submitted a test. I made my results public for the world to see on the internet. Because, I have nothing to hide. And I like to promote that kind of transparency. And again, the program's pretty big. But I went on the website last week and I realized only 5 athletes worldwide, both men and women combined, there was only 5 of us in this initial test, in the initial round so far, have made their blood test results public. And I thought I was surprised by that. That's all I'm saying. But it's, I'm all about transparency. I want to cut through the bullshit and give you guys straightforward answers. So you see my blood test results. I do not have a very high red blood cell count. My hematocrit's not very high. My testosterone's very normal level. There's not high testosterone, anything like that. So yeah, I don't have a TUE. I'm not on a therapeutic use exemption, and that's the way I believe is healthy. But it's also a way that I think for future generations, showing these youngsters in the sport, younger kids or whatever, that it's not okay to take shortcuts and to steal from hardworking, clean athletes. And through Sage Running, Coach Sandy and I coach a lot of hardworking athletes. And if you're going for an age group award, age group finish, or a personal best, or I don't even care what it is, even a Strava segment PR or a Strava ranking, or just trying to improve as well as you can in a race competition, that's something that people work really hard for. So taking shortcuts, not okay with me. And I think taking PEDs is a big shortcut and a totally unfair advantage. People say where you draw the line with altitude tents and vitamin supplements and eating a plant-based high-carb diet. It's pretty obvious when you get these artificial, synthetic testosterone, HGH, EPO. These are heavy hitters into, you're talking about some big unnatural performance gains. Altitude training, it's not as big, I don't think. And you know, if you want to uproot your life and move to the mountains and train at altitude, you know, you could do it. You have to sacrifice a lot sometimes. But you know, that aside, I think going forward in the sport's definitely dirty to some extent. There's been people that have been caught and banned or served suspensions. You know, there's 2 guys ahead of me at Comrades last year that got busted on race day. You would have to be very foolish to bust a drug test on race day or around race day when you know it's coming. But yet people do it, and I don't even know the official results of Comrades. I finished 15th. I think I should be awarded 13th place right now. I don't know what it even says on the website, but 2 guys were caught ahead of me. I should have totally been DQ'd. But that's just one example, and there's many. And running professionally on the road circuit, doing half marathons and marathons, I've had convicted cheaters finish ahead of me before, displace some of my teammates from earning prize money. And you know, prize money is not the end all. It's more just kind of the concept, I think, of taking shortcuts, and it's not okay. And that's kind of just something I've preached, and I've gotten some flack for it, but I don't care because it's near and dear to my heart, and it's something that I just want to set the record straight. I compete 100% clean. The only thing I'm on sometimes is a little Avery beer, not during competition, over 21, and you know, some coffee in moderation. Obviously, if you take a bunch of caffeine pills before a race, that's an unfair advantage. You'll probably have diarrhea, but you trip a drug test with a lot of caffeine. So yeah, there are rules in place by governing bodies that you will trip, you know, a certain testosterone ratio or something like that. And I realize with TUEs, it's a very gray area, but I think that would be the thing I would be most concerned of in the sport of mountain ultra trail running. EPO is a heavy hitter. I don't know exactly how these drugs all work, but I think they would give you a huge advantage, because the limiting factor in mountain ultra trail races usually is bombing down hills really fast and getting that skeletal muscular fatigue. And if you could amp up your quad muscles and not have that fatigue and just train like a madman all the time on the gear, you're going to be super strong. You're going to recover super fast. The biggest advantage that I see, at least, you know, Coach Sandy and I see, I think, going for me is having a plant-based high carb lifestyle and diet. Just eating clean, getting enough sleep, training in moderation, not doing extreme things, and just trying to be healthy overall, because that's a big part of why I'm in the sport and I want to be a lifelong runner. But you know, in terms of the competitive side, and I am very competitive, I'll admit, like, I want to win every single mountain ultra trail race that I enter, as well as run fast times too, and get the most out of myself. But it's not okay if you're using artificial help and these synthetic chemicals, essentially, even if it's, you know, it's not natural EPO, it's not natural testosterone. You're using synthetic gear and getting yourself over natural limits. And you know, with the drug testing, you're not going to catch a lot of people. I'd love there to be drug testing at a lot of these races, and out of season drug testing I think would catch more people. But the dopers, as we've seen from track and field and road marathons, the dopers could beat the test. They know how to taper off the juice. They get around it with masking agents. It's complicated. So I think the real key to keeping the sport clean and keeping records, respecting records that were set clean and age group awards, things like that, is to kind of change the culture and to bring awareness to the issue. Because a lot of people might think, you know, mountain ultra trail running is all totally clean and there's no incentive. I'm telling you, there's a lot of incentive, and I don't think that it is totally clean. So just, you know, food for thought. And I know a lot of people don't care, so, you know, that's fine too. We run out on the trails to have fun and to enjoy the mountains and to exercise. But on the competitive sides of things, this is something that really grinds my gears. And again, it's not a big problem, but it is my profession and my job and the way I earn a living right now. So to me, coming in from that angle, it is a big deal, and it's something that I just want to talk about. I want to let you know about Project Quartz. Test me anytime, any day, anywhere. I'm willing to put my blood tests out there on the internet so everyone can see them. But thanks again for all the support. Really pumped for the race this weekend. Also, thanks for just all the views and subscriptions on here. You guys are really great. It's been amazing to see and to hear your comments. I read all the comments, so thank you so much. It means a lot to me, and I hope your running's going really well, and I hope you stay tuned for more Ginger Runner projects, collaboration video project for Western States this weekend. as well as more training talk videos, nutrition videos, adventure videos, anything you guys want to see. So thank you so much. Thanks to the Patreon supporters. I couldn't do this without you guys. And stay tuned for more VO2 Max Productions.